Hello! Apologies for the wet hair. I was expecting to make this video earlier in the evening and then I just thought, you know what? I need a bath. I smell. TMI. Moving on, I've kind of tried to compensate with these awesome Wicked glasses. Hey. So, Wicked Day was yesterday. 13 years of Wicked, amazing. The 10th anniversary of the UK Wicked was a couple of weeks ago, and Wicked have started announcing all of their auctions for this year, raising money for the Woodland Trust, which is where I got these from last year. So I would highly recommend that you go about doing that. And if you are a Wicked fan, which I'm assuming if you are here on this review, you probably are. So yes, let's get on with the review. I am of course reviewing Wicked by Gregory Maguire, the book on which the wonderful musical that is my favourite of all time is based. This is not actually a first read for me, this is a reread. I first read it back in, I believe, January 2013. I know this because it was the first ever book I read for my very old BookTube channel, which I don't think exists anymore. Either way, I thought I'd review it again because I wanted to read it again, and even though, as I've said, Wicked is my favourite musical of all time and I feel extremely passionate about the story, this book I don't like. I really dislike this book. This book, for a start, is very adult in themes, and so if you are a young fan of Wicked, and I will let you decide what young and adult is for you personally depending on your maturity, I would not recommend this because it is quite sexual in nature and I think you have to have a more mature mind when reading this. I know that I certainly was able to not feel uncomfortable at those particular moments in this book this time round, whereas when I first read it nearly 4 years ago when I was 16, it was a lot. I just find this book a little bit lost. I don't think it quite knows what it wants to be, and it's just not my style of writing. I don't find the characters particularly endearing. There's also quite a lot of differences, and I reckon I would probably enjoy this more if I read it without having the show so ingrained in my mind. But there's sort of a difference between, you know, going to see a film, like seeing the Harry Potter film. No, nothing like that at all. There's a difference between loving a film, like having seen a film and reading the book and then being different and that being upsetting. But when it's your favourite thing of all time and it's different, it's pretty upsetting. It would be like if I had, you know, absolutely fallen in love with the Harry Potter books and then saw the films and they were all completely different and didn't follow the concept at all. I'd be a bit miffed. Or I suppose the other way around makes more sense. I definitely prefer the storyline of the musical. I feel like you can follow it and you are passionate about the characters, and the genius of the ideas is brilliant, and they all are based in here, at least most of them are. I haven't read on in the series because there's 4 books in this series. I haven't read on to know whether the rest of the concepts in the musical are from this series or whether they were added in, but there are some brilliant ideas and I'm pleased that this was written for the sake of the musical being written. But I don't think it's something, if you're a Wicked fan, I wouldn't necessarily say it's necessary for you to read this because it's not my style of book. And yeah, I mean, I think I'm just going to leave that there. If you have any thoughts on the book and the series, please let me know. If you've read on, let me know whether the other books are worth continuing with. Yeah, I think I'll leave that here. Thanks for watching. I don't know what my Wednesday review is going to be. I haven't decided yet, quite simply. Bye!